cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Vlog number 109 already. Just a very quick mountain walk, and on my way to the calisthenics spot to shoot upfront training videos. Next to that, the store is finally online. You know, normally I'd say, you know, that the description, in the description there are links that you can get at the Google Sheet and or other things that I talked about, that you can download them over there for free. The only thing that I'm asking for in the store is your email address. That's pretty much it. And I made this very clear in another vlog, and if you watch my vlogs for the first time, you know, I simply collect the email addresses and then I can reach out with more value. So that is my real clear intention. And not some kind of sleaze bag and then hit you with some kind of very high afterwards prices for something that you didn't even ask for. No, there are also paid services and products. I will add more and more. Some are not visible for the public because those are for my longer term people, the 5 years plus people. That is simply because, and those people already went through some sort of head trial and error, and I know that their character is pretty solid. That's why they are hidden. One by one, probably I will make also a few public with less features. And when it's about, oh yeah, I also add for the public the training that I'm gonna do one-on-one through video calls, and that's also available. And that's for people who want to do a little bit more serious and want customized approaches. And I'm gonna be very clear about this, and we're gonna see how it looks like and the physical state. I will ask you several questions so I know where you are mentally. I pretty much quickly know what kind of circles you are hanging around with by simply asking the questions, and you know what. And also, when you get on calls with me like this, don't try to make up things, because you know I will pinch through it pretty easily, because I'm doing this for a long time. And if you watched my vlogs before, I am obsessed with meeting new people, maintaining relationships, increasing the value that I bring to the table with those existing relationships. But also every day I try to do more and more and more my best to provide faster value, maybe also provide a little bit more context around it to make people feel easier or faster, more comfortable. And sometimes, I know I say sometimes harsh things that if you're not into this growth mindset yet, or that you're simply looking for solutions, you know, to speed up stuff, that and some people are a little bit like, that sounds very hard reality stuff. And you know, I'm also learning still every day. You know, I'm trying to do my best. And like yesterday's vlog was about one specific person. Well, actually every time when I meet him he tells me a lie, and I do believe somehow that he has his reasons for it. But you know, like I said, every time when you tell a lie, you close another door of opportunity. Because yeah, he closed access to me. I would never work with a person like this. And when it's about lies, and I'm not going to talk constantly about lies because those are very negative, I think, human behaviors, but they're part of life, right? You will run into people who, you know, will lie. And one other thing, and then I close the first clip and I'm gonna finish my walk. I'm gonna shoot TikTok videos, training videos, YouTube shorts. There was one conversation that I had with another person. Also, I said, I think also mentioned in the previous vlog, that people who are willing to cheat on their wives, I also don't want to work with them. Simply for one reason: if you're willing to betray your spouse and your children, most people who I ran into, they are willing to cheat instantly. And of course, when you hang around with your wife and children and never get out of your country or your city. You know, you're also not used to get surrounded by more abundance in any kind of way, and we both understand what that means, right? A lot of people don't have access and don't have even also the communication skills to get in contact with, let's say, a little bit more the opposite sex, and also don't have the balls to be out there on the social media thing, etc, etc. But when people make statements like, you know, I would never cheat, but what did you do actually to expose yourself to the opportunity of? And most people don't have the opportunity, I know, and especially when they come to visit me over here, you know, I just show them a little bit, and it all usually takes a couple of beers, shot of vodka, and a little bit people extra around it, and then they simply sold. And this is not about that how bad people are. This is simply for me an indication if people are willing to cheat, and actually not only on their wives, also, you know, how do you say this, betray their children. That's also how I see it. If they're willing to do this, they instantly will betray you when there are better opportunities, more money, or any kind of stuff. Been there, done that. I dealt with multiple people in the past, and there's not who were cheating on their wives on a regular basis. Never ended well. Sooner or later they will butt fuck you, and maybe you have different experiences with people who cheat on other people. Maybe you hanging around with a whole clan of people who cheat on each other, and you're very successful. Is possible, but even if you're successful, what means successful? You know, money. I know a lot of people with a lot of money, and they far from relaxed. Far from relaxed, but you know, that is another topic. Anyway, another red flag: people who cheat on their spouses and actually betray their own children will betray you because they have a price, and especially when they never have been exposed to an abundance of, let's say, the opposite sex, or maybe and similar sex. But this is more or less for the hetero people. Anyway, just gonna walk and going to the calisthenic spot. Ciao for now. This clip, I'm gonna talk about my vlogging journey because I'm making changes, and let's say it like this. And my vlogs are about, everything is about personal growth, business growth, and whatever you can grow, even if it's plants and or I don't know what, personality, muscles, everything. The thing is, when it's about my vlogging thing, I'm gonna change the format. Why? Because I did a lot of, because when you editing your video material the way I do, of course not on the most professional way, then you really get confronting. You get very confronted with your own behavior, your speaking, your body language and everything. And in the meantime, I'm always busy how to optimize the content so it gets as close as possible as the way I am. And in one way I do think, because I have very nice comments from people, and by the way, thank you for those few comments, and we're getting started somewhere. But this is also where I'm going, because for now the long form videos simply don't work out for me. 3 to 4 views, maybe up to 10. Training videos have a little bit more, had a long form ones, but this is I'm gonna change. I'm gonna just upload the way I say it in 10 minutes clips. That's it. No fancy thumbnails of the fancy thumbnails, the thumbnails that I made. No more split testing between the thumbnails. Saving time, more content, more realer, unedited, and very, very fast speaking. So I optimized the way, hand like this, my speaking, so I got 10 minutes frames. I also know that I'm saving time, As you will probably understand, I try to optimize everything constantly in my whole freaking life. Everything. If you would walk with me a whole day, you would say, yeah, Dylan, that's not fun anymore. Of course, but when you come from a place in your life that pretty much everything is unstructured besides the job that you have and the business that you bought, and so you're self-employed, so you're a slave to yourself, with all the respect. The thing is, if you would walk with me, it's constantly adapting, and for me, I'm doing this since I was 11, you know. I'm just, and not only that, the first transformation, they started when we had to fight at night to keep the pillow under our head, and that was before I was 10. But we're not getting into that because I want to be unique. I want to speak like me. I'm not gonna talk about that the world is so bad. I'm not going to create any more the captions for the shorts, because that's also what everybody does. They had the clipping thing. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do very short upload without the captions. I'm just gonna speak like this, blah blah blah, 1 minute thing, thoughts every single day without the captions. And I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try this for 50 days, which means also 50 vlogs, and let's see how it hits. If it still has the same amount of hits on the long form, I can better continue doing it like this. When it's about the shorts, let's see what it does for the shorts, and or just stop doing it the way I do, and let's see how it would work out if I upload first to TikTok and then actually share it straight away on YouTube Shorts and see how it goes then. The thing is, if there's no difference in interaction and or the growth spurt of the YouTube followers, the thing is, when I did because I did some tests when I uploaded 12 shorts a day, the amount of followers were faster. Now it's pretty much dead. So I think when things are dead, change. But in the meantime, I'm already constantly busy, you know, by thinking about how can I speak faster, how can I upload faster, how can I upload more, and not only this, how can I upload more on the other channels, how can I optimize, and next to that, how can I be more unique. I don't want to have, and this is what I really thought, you know, I'm doing pretty much the same what every person does, cutting up the reels and blah blah blah. So, and then adding the captions later from existing long form videos. But I'm gonna change this. The shorts, they're gonna be unique, and the long form is gonna be unique, which saves me also time again to cut up the long form into shorts, upload them separately. And I'm gonna try something uploading from different locations. So this is simply, this vlog is about my vlogging journey. Not the most exciting thing, but for me, maybe it's a milestone, maybe things are changing, and then look back later after 50 vlogs and say, yeah, Dylan, you were right. Or I was totally wrong, but you know what? Fail fast, and that's why I also want to do now more, but in a little different format, but also because I had a few positive comments, but also on TikTok and other platforms, you know, I can see people resonate somehow, somewhat with the content that I'm saying. Like always, my content is not for the people who just want to stuck in their 9-to-5 thing and or whatever the fuck they do to keep just be distracted and just live a life of laziness. That's not for those people. My vlogs are for people who want to do more and want to escape the 9-to-5 and destroy or burn down their own self-employment business that they bought for a couple of grand, and now they're fucking slaving away until they're fucking 50, 60, and then you're doing the same. So that's pretty much it. It's a vlogging journey update. That's what this vlog is. And from now on, 10 minutes talks, those are the long forms uploaded. Next to that, oh, that's maybe an exciting thing, I'm going to do YouTube lives. And that's for me. I'm gonna be honest about this, I'm wrestling for a long time with this, but you know, everything what's new, I always try to do the best, but not over analyze it. I also don't know anything about, you know, I did not do the YouTube searches on you know, how to do the YouTube. I'm just gonna do it. I just deep dive in it, fail fast, fail a lot. Maybe I do 4 or 5 YouTube lives, because like I said, I'm constantly walking around, talking with people, meeting people. I think there's so much more content that I can produce, but the editing that I'm now doing, the return on the editing, the amount of time that I spend on it, a little bit the intro thing. I just want to do the thing that I say, 18+ language, blah 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 blah. That's it. Hub, clip, end thing, end screen, production, dotcombaron production, bam. That's it. No fancy overlays, B-rolls, and or music things that get me copyright messed in the buttocks. And yeah, that's it. That's how it's gonna be. And I want to do more lives. And to be very honest, this is vlog number, I don't know what it is, 109. I would lie if I would say I'm not nervous about doing lives, because you know, people start chatting, maybe. And if you don't follow me yet, then you know, just help me out over here. And the thing is, like I say also in the Instagram stories now, don't develop too much, you know, because I also noticed today I was walking around, you know, and there is some kind of holiday or events, or I don't know what's going on in the normal people world. The thing is, if you get too disciplined, use so many of my strategies that I'm giving away for free, then you also walk around the whole day developing stuff, and you know, just kidding. Anyway, that's it. And I feel excited about it, nervous, and that's always the thing, right? When you do something new, when it's about, and if you don't know even what I'm talking about, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch my previous vlogs, and you get a little bit more inside the way I think, the stuff that I did and the things that I want. And when it's about this YouTube journey, I'm constantly get, you know, I'm wrestling, you know, I'm wrestling with my own mind. I'm 46, almost 47, so if you think you're a 35-year-old fart and you would say to yourself, no, what if I would do this and I do a little bit things different than the other people do, what would other people say? I would say, fuck them. It's about you. Ciao for now.